If you're over 60 and still believe that a steaming mug of bone broth will keep your muscles strong, you're about to discover a truth that will overturn everything you thought you knew. Did you ever notice how, despite drinking that broth every day, your legs feel weaker, the stairs become a mountain, and you start relying on the railing more than you used to? More than 30% of seniors experience that silent erosion of muscle, a condition doctors call sarcopenia, and most of the advice floating around the internet simply doesn't hit the mark. The reality is there's one whole food that does what protein powders, collagen drinks, and broth simply cannot. It actually rewires the muscle building machinery inside your body. Stay with me for the next minutes and I'll reveal exactly what that food is, the science that makes it a game changer, and 3 effortless ways to weave it into every meal so you can regain strength, balance, and confidence. If you've ever felt your power slipping, give this video a like right now. It helps the message reach more people who need it. Sarcopenia is not just a side effect of getting older. It is a chronic inflammatory state that dampens the signal that tells your muscles to grow. As we age, a hidden process called inflamed aging quietly fuels low-grade inflammation, and at the same time, our muscles become less responsive to the amino acid leucine, the true trigger for muscle protein synthesis. In simple terms, the mTOR pathway, the master switch that turns on muscle building, gets turned down, and the result is a slow, steady loss of muscle mass and function. Imagine trying to lift a weight with a dimmer switch turned down. No matter how hard you push, the light never reaches full brightness. A quick self-check can tell you whether you're already in the early stages of sarcopenia. Try standing up from a chair without using your hands. If you need to push off the armrest, your muscles have already begun to falter. Have you experienced that? Drop a comment below with "I'm ready," and I'll reply with a personalized tip to kickstart your recovery. Now let's talk about the most popular solution on the market, bone broth. It's rich in collagen, which sounds impressive, but collagen is missing the essential amino acid leucine that truly ignites the mTOR switch. Moreover, the protein in broth is largely gelatin, a form that the body must break down before it can be used, a process that becomes inefficient with age. The same goes for many standard protein sources like whey or soy isolates. They can supply amino acids, but they lack the synergistic nutrients that amplify muscle synthesis in older adults. So what is the food that actually delivers the complete package? The answer is a humble yet powerful plant-based seed, the pumpkin seed. Pumpkin seeds are dense with a perfect balance of leucine, magnesium, zinc, and omega-3 fatty acids, all of which converge on the mTOR pathway and simultaneously combat inflammation. Research shows that older adults who incorporate a modest handful of pumpkin seeds daily experience measurable improvements in muscle strength and a reduction in inflammatory markers within just a few weeks. Why does this work so well? First, the leucine content in pumpkin seeds is comparable to that of a serving of dairy, but it arrives alongside a natural matrix of micronutrients that enhance absorption. Second, the magnesium and zinc act as cofactors that support the enzymatic reactions required for muscle repair. Third, the omega-3 fatty acids in the seed coat help quiet the chronic inflammation that otherwise sabotages muscle growth. In short, pumpkin seeds give your muscles the fuel, the tools, and the calm environment they need to rebuild. Let's break it down into 3 practical ways you can add pumpkin seeds to your daily routine without any culinary gymnastics. 1, sprinkle a 1/4 cup of raw pumpkin seeds over your morning oatmeal or yogurt. The crunch adds texture and the nutrients kick in before you even finish your first bite. 2, blend a tablespoon of pumpkin seed oil into your salad dressing. The oil retains the beneficial fatty acids while giving your greens a buttery finish. 3, toss a handful into a warm vegetable stir fry just before you turn off the heat. The residual warmth is enough to release the seed's nutrients without destroying them. Each of these methods delivers a steady stream of the muscle building compounds throughout the day, ensuring that the mTOR pathway stays active whenever your body signals a need for repair. If you're thinking, I'm not a chef, this sounds complicated, you're not alone. The beauty of pumpkin seeds is that they require no special preparation, just a quick rinse if you prefer them raw, or a light toast in the oven for extra flavor. And because they're shelf stable, you can keep a jar in your pantry and grab a handful whenever you need a protein boost. Now, imagine a scenario where you commit to this simple habit for 4 weeks. You start with a baseline test, perhaps the chair stand test, where you count how many times you can rise from a seated position in 30 seconds. After a month of consistent pumpkin seed intake, many seniors report an increase of 3 to 5 repetitions, a clear sign that muscle strength is returning. This isn't magic, it's the science of targeted nutrition meeting the body's innate capacity to rebuild when given the right tools. What about the skeptics who say, I've tried supplements and nothing works? The difference here is that whole foods like pumpkin seeds provide a synergistic blend of nutrients that isolated supplements often lack. The body recognizes the natural matrix and processes it more efficiently, especially in an aging digestive system. Before we move on to the next power food, take a moment to reflect on what you've heard. Does the idea of a simple seed turning the tide against muscle loss resonate with you? If this revelation is opening your eyes, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have more secrets to share that will keep you strong and vibrant well beyond your 60s. In the next segment, we'll uncover another powerhouse that works hand in hand with pumpkin seeds, amplifying the muscle building signal and further reducing inflammation. Stay tuned because the journey to reclaiming your strength is just beginning. Now let's turn our attention to the ocean's most celebrated protein source, wild-caught salmon. This fish is not just a tasty dinner option, it is a biochemical ally in the fight against sarcopenia. First, salmon delivers a high-quality protein that is rich in the essential amino acid leucine, the very trigger that flips the mTOR switch on and tells muscle cells to rebuild. Second, the generous dose of omega-3 fatty acids, particularly eicosapentaenoic acid and docosahexaenoic acid, works behind the scenes to calm the chronic inflammation that gnaws at muscle fibers as we age. Inflammation, as you recall, is the silent thief that blunts the muscle building signal. By dampening that fire, omega-3 lets the protein signal shine brighter. How does this translate into everyday strength? Studies have shown that seniors who include 2 servings of fatty fish per week experience a measurable increase in muscle mass and a reduction in the rate of decline in walking speed. The science is clear. The combination of leucine, rich protein, and anti-inflammatory fats creates a synergistic environment where muscle synthesis can outpace breakdown. Practical consumption is effortless. A modest portion of baked salmon, seasoned simply with lemon, a pinch of sea salt, and a drizzle of olive oil, delivers the full benefit in one meal. If cooking feels like a hurdle, canned wild salmon is a convenient alternative. Just drain, flake, and mix into a salad or spread on whole grain crackers. The key is consistency. Aim for a serving roughly the size of the palm of your hand, 3 to 4 times per week, and you'll keep the mTOR pathway humming. Pause 3 seconds. But the story does not end with fish. The next powerhouse comes from the dairy aisle, and it is a staple that many of us already enjoy, Greek yogurt. This cultured dairy product packs a double punch of muscle-building nutrients. First, it provides casein, a slow-digesting protein that supplies a steady stream of amino acids to the bloodstream, especially valuable during the night when the body repairs itself. Second, Greek yogurt is naturally high in calcium and vitamin D, 2 minerals that reinforce bone density, giving your muscles a sturdy framework to pull against. Third, the live probiotics it contains nurture a healthy gut microbiome, which recent research links to improved nutrient absorption and reduced systemic inflammation. Why does this matter for sarcopenia? The slow release of casein maintains a baseline level of leucine in the blood, preventing the dreaded dip in muscle protein synthesis that can occur after a few hours of fasting. Moreover, the calcium-vitamin D duo supports neuromuscular signaling, making every step and lift feel more coordinated. In practice, a single cup of plain Greek yogurt topped with a handful of fresh berries or a sprinkle of ground flaxseed provides enough protein to kickstart muscle repair after a morning walk. For those who prefer savory flavors, mixing in chopped cucumber, a dash of dill, and a squeeze of lemon creates a refreshing dip that pairs beautifully with carrot sticks or whole grain pita. Pause 2 seconds. Now let's explore a plant-based champion that brings both protein and fiber to the table: lentils. These humble legumes are a treasure trove of plant-derived leucine, iron, and polyphenols that collectively support muscle health. Iron is especially important because it facilitates oxygen delivery to working muscles, enhancing endurance during resistance exercises. The fiber in lentils stabilizes blood sugar, preventing the spikes and crashes that can interfere with the muscle-building hormone insulin. And the polyphenols act as antioxidants, further reducing the oxidative stress that contributes to muscle degradation. Incorporating lentils into your diet is simple and adaptable. A warm bowl of lentil soup seasoned with garlic, cumin, and a splash of apple cider vinegar offers a comforting meal that also supplies a steady protein dose. Alternatively, cooked lentils can be tossed into a quinoa salad with roasted vegetables, creating a colorful, nutrient-dense side dish that complements any main course. Aim for a half cup of cooked lentils 3 times per week, and you'll be adding roughly the equivalent of a modest serving of animal protein without the saturated fat. Pause 3 seconds. The fourth and final power food completes the quartet: grass-fed beef, specifically a lean cut such as sirloin or tenderloin. While many seniors shy away from red meat, a modest portion of high-quality grass-fed beef delivers one of the most complete amino acid profiles available in nature. It is especially rich in leucine, lysine, and methionine, all essential for robust muscle protein synthesis. Additionally, grass-fed beef provides a natural source of creatine, a compound that fuels short bursts of high-intensity effort, enabling you to perform more effective strength training movements even at home. Creatine also supports cellular energy production, which can translate to improved cognitive function, an added bonus for overall vitality. How can you enjoy this food without overdoing it? A thin slice about the width of a thumb, grilled or pan-seared with a sprinkle of rosemary and a drizzle of olive oil, makes a satisfying addition to a mixed green salad. Pair it with roasted sweet potatoes and a handful of steamed broccoli for a balanced plate that hits protein, healthy carbohydrates, and micronutrients in one bite. The recommendation for seniors is to limit red meat to 2 servings per week, ensuring you reap the muscle-building benefits while keeping saturated fat intake in check. Pause 2 seconds. At this point, you might be wondering how all these foods work together in a real-life scenario. Let me share the story of Margaret, a 72-year-old retired teacher who began integrating these 4 power foods into her daily routine 6 months ago. Margaret started with a baseline chair stand test where she managed 9 repetitions in 30 seconds. She also recorded her gait speed, noting a modest shuffle that required a cane on uneven terrain. After committing to a menu that featured pumpkin seeds as a mid-morning snack, salmon for dinner twice a week, Greek yogurt with berries each morning, lentil soup for lunch on alternate days, and a lean beef stir-fry on weekends, she repeated the same functional tests after 12 weeks. The results were striking. Margaret's chair stand count rose to 14 repetitions, a clear indicator of regained leg strength. Her gait speed improved enough that she no longer needed the cane on smooth surfaces, and she reported feeling more confident climbing a flight of stairs without pausing. Beyond the numbers, Margaret described a renewed sense of energy, saying she could keep up with her grandchildren during park visits without feeling winded. Her doctor noted improved blood markers, including lower C reactive protein levels, reflecting reduced chronic inflammation, and higher serum albumin, a sign of better protein status. What does this tell us? It illustrates that a strategic combination of whole foods, each chosen for its unique muscle-supporting properties, can reverse the trajectory of sarcopenia when paired with regular low-impact resistance activities such as chair squats, wall push-ups, or light dumbbell curls. The foods provide the biochemical scaffolding scaffolding, while the exercises supply the mechanical stimulus that tells the body to build stronger fibers. Pause 4 seconds. Now let's bring everything together in a simple 3-step daily plan that you can start implementing tonight. Step 1, begin your day with a cup of Greek yogurt mixed with a handful of fresh berries and a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds. This breakfast delivers a rapid burst of leucine from the yogurt, sustained amino acids from the casein, and an antioxidant boost from the berries, all while seeding your bloodstream with the minerals needed for bone support. Step 2, for lunch, enjoy a warm bowl of lentil soup or a lentil-based salad accompanied by a side of steamed greens. This midday meal maintains steady protein delivery, stabilizes blood sugar, and supplies iron for oxygen transport. Step 3, for dinner, rotate between grilled salmon, a lean beef stir-fry, or a plant-based alternative like a quinoa lentil pilaf if you prefer a meat-free evening. Finish the meal with a small handful of pumpkin seeds if you need an extra protein punch before bedtime. By spacing protein sources throughout the day, you keep the mTOR pathway activated at regular intervals, preventing the long gaps that can lead to muscle catabolism. This pattern mirrors the natural rhythm of the body, which thrives on consistent nutrient signals. Pause 3 seconds. Before we close, I want to address a common concern. What if I have dietary restrictions or allergies? The beauty of this approach lies in its flexibility. If you are lactose intolerant, opt for a fortified plant-based yogurt made from almond or coconut milk. Just ensure it contains at least 15 grams of protein per serving. If you avoid fish, replace salmon with a serving of sardines or a plant-based omega-3 supplement derived from algae, keeping the anti-inflammatory component intact. For those who do not eat red meat, substitute grass-fed beef with turkey breast or a portion of tempeh, both of which provide comparable leucine levels. The key is to preserve the balance of high-quality protein, essential fatty acids, and micronutrients that together create a muscle-preserving environment. Pause 2 seconds. Now that you have the blueprint, I encourage you to take the first step today. Open your pantry, locate a jar of pumpkin seeds, and set a reminder on your phone to add a handful to your next snack. Small actions accumulate into significant change over weeks and months. If you feel inspired, share in the comments what power food you're most excited to try, and I'll reply with a personalized tip to help you integrate it smoothly. Pause 3 seconds. Remember, rebuilding muscle after 60 is not a distant dream. It is a concrete, science-backed process that begins with the foods you place on your plate. By honoring the body's natural signals with the right nutrients, you can reclaim strength, balance, and independence. If this information resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up. Your feedback helps the community discover these vital strategies. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing so you won't miss future episodes where we dive deeper into exercise protocols, sleep optimization, and other hidden gems that support healthy aging. Pause 2 seconds. In summary, the 4 power foods, pumpkin seeds, wild-caught salmon, Greek yogurt, and lentils each contribute a distinct but complementary piece to the muscle preservation puzzle. Pumpkin seeds supply a portable, leucine-rich snack that keeps the anabolic signal active throughout the day. Salmon offers a potent mix of high-quality protein and omega-3 fats to quell inflammation and boost synthesis. Greek yogurt provides slow-release casein and bone-supporting minerals, while lentils bring plant-based protein, iron, and fiber to stabilize energy and reduce oxidative stress. When combined with regular gentle resistance exercise, these foods form a robust defense against sarcopenia, allowing you to move with confidence and enjoy the activities you love. Pause 3 seconds. Thank you for joining me on this journey towards stronger, healthier aging. Keep experimenting, stay curious, and remember, the path to vitality is paved with informed choices, one bite at a time. Until next time, stay empowered and keep thriving.